You are audible.
Thank you
very much. Thank you very much for joining the session. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah. So we are just waiting for one more person to join. Immediately after that, we'll start. So we already have about 148 people, students who have registered, who have logged in. So we'll just wait for one last 2 or 3 minutes more. That's it.
Great. Thank you.
So Dean sir, can we start?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Yes, Dean sir. I'm just asking my director sir as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, good morning. My apologies. I was another call. So we are good to go. Yes.
Yeah. We have about 176 people and the count is increasing. So we'll start it off.
Okay.
Okay. Rashmi
good morning,
and Raki.
Everybody.
Good morning. Yeah, Rashmi and Raki, over to you girls.
A very good morning and a warm welcome to our Dean, Professor Captain Nagaraj Subbarao Sir, our Honorable Chief Guest, Mr. T.G. Senthavelan Sir, co-founders of Trader Inc., Mr. Bibi Abraman Thomas, Mr. Ricky, all the professors, coordinators, participants, and all my fellow students present here. On behalf of Dayanand Sagar University, FinTech Lab, I am Rashmi Somashekar, student of 3rd semester MBA. Today, I take this privilege and I'm really excited as we're gathered here for the inaugural event that is Dalal Street Champion, an online stock trading competition for students in association with Trader Inc. Stock market is one place where one could invest and reap the benefits of long-term growth. When one starts to invest at a younger age, there are chances that one could stay invested for a very long period of time and benefit from the growth of the investment. With India all poised to reign the rope of fastest growing economy next only to China, the benefits that we can derive from the investment in corporate India is immense. When we are ready to make investments, we need to know the risks involved too, with the intention to make the younger generation, in particularly the students belonging into different streams of commerce, management, engineering, and science, we, Riddhi at Dayanand Sagar University, are in collaboration with Trader Inc., where the registered participants would trade real time in the stock market using virtual money. With this hands-on experience, we could not only be aware about the intricacies of stock market, but we will get to acquaint on how the trading happens. In the course of 1 month, the weekly sessions will be conducted where the experts would address the contestants and the students about the different aspects of stock market. The competition is conducted virtually, allowing students to own the management skills, and has attracted over 67 cities across the country, and 97 universities are participating here today. Through Pan India, providing an opportunity to the participant to develop the requisite skills for the dynamic process of management. Here are some key takeaways and objectives of this event. Upon successful participation in the event, the students shall be able to understand the way in which the stock market operates and develop these trading strategies. and also to identify the good stocks and thereby be successful in building wealth in long term and also build portfolios. Today, I would like to quote Levi Herberg. He says, words make you think and music makes you feel and song makes you feel a thought. Without further ado, I would like to call upon Priyanka Madiwal to take over the session by inaugural song. Over to you, Priyanka.
ಪ್ರಥಮನಿ ನಗೆ ಶರಣು ಗಜಾನನ ಪ್ರಥಮನಿ ನಗೆ ಶರಣು ಗಜಾನನ ಗಜಾನನ ಗಣರಾಯ ದೇವ ಗಜಾನನ ಗಣರಾಯ ದೇವ ಪ್ರಥಮನಿ ನಗೆ ಶರಣು ಗಜಾನನ ಆದಿ ಪೂಜಿತ ನೀನೆ ವೇದದಾಯಕ ನೀನೆ ಆದಿ ಪೂಜಿತ ನೀನೆ ವೇದದಾಯಕ ನೀನೆ ಮೋದಕ ಪ್ರಿಯ ನೀನೆ ಗಜಾನನ ಮೋದಕ ಪ್ರಿಯ ನೀನೆ ಗಜಾನನ ಪ್ರಥಮ ನಿನಗೆ ಶರಣು ಗಜಾನನ ಪ್ರಥಮ ನಿನಗೆ ಶರಣು ಗಜಾನನ ಗಜಾನನ ಗಣರಾಯ ದೇವ ಗಜಾನನ ಗಣರಾಯ ದೇವ ಪ್ರಥಮ ನಿನಗೆ ಶರಣು ಗಜಾನನ ಪ್ರಥಮ ನಿನಗೆ ಶರಣು ಪ್ರಥಮ ನಿನಗೆ ಶರಣು ಪ್ರಥಮ ನಿನಗೆ ಶರಣು ಗಜಾನನ. Thank you.
Thank you, Priyanka. Thanks a lot for an amazing start. And first, I would like to call upon our Dean, Professor Captain Nagaraj Subbarao, for the welcome address and rationale of the program. But before that, I would like to introduce him. Professor Captain Nagaraj Subbarao, or Captain as we fondly call him, is a master mariner with a specialization in navigation, dredging technology, and ocean engineering. He holds an MBA and MPhil degree in human resource management with specialization in leadership and strategy from the University of Illinois, USA. From the last 13 years, he has been an academician as a professor of strategy, organization behavior, and human resource management, with senior administrative position across academia, including that of dean. He has consulted in areas of leadership, organization culture, and ocean engineering. He has worked on some of the largest engineering projects in the world, which includes the Palm Islands off the Dubai coast. He is extremely popular in his social media sites, where his articles have a major following, a keen sportsman, and has played cricket and table tennis at national junior level. Thank you, and over to you, Dean, sir.
Good morning, Rakhi, for that introduction and the wonderful invocation. And good morning, everybody. So the excitement is palpable as you wait for this tournament or this competition, Dalal Street competition, to kick off. And what an apt name, considering that India's first stock exchange was established under a banyan tree somewhere in that vicinity in the year 1875. So good morning once again. And while I congratulate my colleagues, Dr. Shailaja and Dr. Goyal, Nisha Goyal, for steering the effort, I would like to extend our grateful thanks to TRDR, Mr. Thomas, Dr. Jacob, and their team. And I'd also like to welcome our chief guest for the day, Mr. Senthil Velan, who I assume is joining us from Bombay. So on behalf of the management at DSU, I would like to welcome all of you, students, participants, faculty, staff, all of you are here to this occasion and to the Anand Sagar University and to this great competition, of course. So if I may quote, stock exchanges are noted as an essential concomitant of the capitalistic system of economy. So many of you may be too young to remember that India had a mixed economy. While we sort of romanced socialism, we were also capitalistic in a large sense for several years. And today, we are pretty much down that road since 1991. But the stock markets are a fundamental sign of the capitalistic system of economy. So it brings together large amounts of capital necessary for the economic progress of a country. And that's why it's so important. It's a citadel of capital and pivot of money markets. It provides necessary mobility to capital and indirect flow of capital into profitable and successful enterprises. It is the barometer of general economic progress in a country and exerts a powerful and significant value as a depressant of stimulant of business activity. So generally, you have an idea as to why being part of the stock markets are so important. And maybe our chief guest will tell us a little bit more of why it is so important to be part of the stock markets. But just to throw some statistics at you, since I'm an academician, if you look at India, it is said that our exposure of visibility to the stock markets is as low as 4%. Compare this with the Chinese or the South Koreans, who are apparently at about 12 to 14%, and the United States, the largest economy in the world, at about 32 to 35%. So our stock market fundamentally, stock market exposure is 1/8 that of the United States and 1/3 that of China and South Korea here in Asia. Just imagine the impact it would have if larger number of people are exposed to the stock markets and are investing or engaged actively in the markets. And why do I say that? Because the propellant of an economy is the amount of money that reaches industry. And it would give a great fillip to our economy if more and more young people like you invest in the stock market, are exposed to the stock market, and encourage others to invest in the stock market. While stock market investment is pretty much a fad, I think as students of a senior level management program, an MBA program, all of you or many of you have a responsibility in doing the right thing. And one of those right things is to, of course, engage with the stock market as you go along. As I started my academic career, so even as a naval officer, I sort of dabbled with the stock markets. I had an interest in the stock market and I was aware of what was happening. So one of, tongue in cheek, I would ask a lot of my finance professors who are my colleagues when I started my academic career is, how many of you invest in the stock market? And there were not too many. There were very, very few who taught the stock market or taught trading, but invested very little. That needs to change, and that needs to change rapidly if India is to grow and rapidly as an economy. More money needs to flow to industry, more jobs need to be created, and then we need to increase the size of the pie. Because let's not forget that by 2030, we are going to be probably the youngest country in the world, with the probable exception of some of our neighbors like Afghanistan and Pakistan. And there are going to be a lot of young people like you looking out for jobs. And those jobs can only get created if industry grows. Coming to Dayanand Sagar University, we are a wonderful university located here in Bengaluru. You can see this activity comes to you from Club Vriddhi. Similarly, we have other similar clubs. And the ethos that we have here is we do not teach swimming through a textbook. So in that sense, you can see that we hope that many of our students Not only a student is a student, whether he is ours or of any other educational institution, we hope that they get a hands-on feel of the stock markets, experience the stock markets, and learn about many areas of finance through this particular competition. So other clubs are equally active. We have several associations with industry. Our fintech club is extremely popular with students. In fact, the largest number of students in our MBA program take finance as a specialization, just going to show how important fintech is or finance is. Before I end, I would also like to mention that Dayanand Sagar University School of Commerce and Management Studies has the largest executive education program or executive MBA program in this part of the world. We are by far the most popular program, and we're represented by more than 500 organizations who send their employees to come and study here. Just to give you an idea as to the reach, the depth, and the potential that this university has in reaching out to several stakeholders in the higher education industry. Having said that, I would once again like to thank my colleagues, Dr. Shailaja, Dr. Goyal, our guest for the day, Mr. Senthil Velan, our co-partners in this wonderful initiative, Mr. Thomas and Mr. Ricky, who are here today with us. And I hand you over to our wonderful host for the day, Rakhi Kesharwani, to take this forward. Thank you very much, folk, and welcome to Dayanand Sagar once again.
Thank you so much, sir, for introducing Dayanand Sagar and also about the importance of fintech and investment. So without any further ado, I would like to move forward, and now I would like to call upon Dr. Shailaja, Associate Professor, SCMS PG, Dayanand Sagar University, to introduce Trader. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you very much, Rakhi. Thank you very much, sir, for setting the platform right by giving the kind of instruction, for giving the kind of information that is with reference to the number of people in India who trade. And actually, when we started, when we have this particular subject like called as investment analysis and portfolio management, which will be taught in all business schools. So all of us, all teachers who teach either in commerce or in the area of management studies, we teach them investment analysis and portfolio management. But we teach them and we tell them what is the stock market, and then we'll try to show some statistics here and there, and we'll take them to the live streaming and show them the charts. And yes, that's it. Because after that, there's students will not, once we are handling the classes, yes, they will seem a little bit interested. But students being students, there are so many other things for them to do rather than focus on what is basically a stock market. So therefore, to make it a little more involved, because now students staying at home and having lots of time on hand, free time on their hands. So we thought of why not make it a hands-on experience wherein they will not only learn about the stock market, at least let them get exposed to what is a stock market, which are the leading companies, which are the companies which are the corporate, or which are those companies which are giving a little extra returns when compared to others. And so with that idea in mind, we thought of why not have a competition. And then again came a thought, why restrict ourselves to only our students? Why not make it very inclusive in nature? Why not have many more students on board? Why not take it to probably, then we thought, why not take it to the level of in Bangalore? And then we decided, why only in Bangalore? Why don't we reach out? Because all the students are students. And so why should we restrict ourselves to just being Bangalore or Karnataka? Why not, we'll take it to the next level, that is pan-India. So then, but of course, we did not have the kind of infrastructure that is required for conducting an event of such magnitude. And that is where we reached out to Trader. And they were more than happy to host and to partner with us in this particular initiative. And for that, I thank Mr. Dr. Jacob and also Mr. Thomas very much on behalf of everyone. On behalf of Team Riddhi, I profusely thank you too for giving us this opportunity and partnering us, because what we have done from our end is just promoting the event and reaching out to maximum people. But back end, we did not have to worry anything about how exactly the competition is going to handle, how are we going to sort of assess the students' performance and all that. Because all that is taken care by you guys, because I'm sure there is so much of time and there probably is a one big team which is working on this thing, just like how I and our students and we at Vriddhi are working towards it. I'm sure there's one more backend in your trader. There's one more team which is working towards it. And I thank you very much. And I, on behalf of everyone, on behalf of Dean Sir and behalf of Team Vriddhi, and I thank not only just the two of you, but also your entire team for partnering with us. And now to give you some information about Trader. Trader is an automated robo investing platform. And it's a platform that helps one investing in stock market, that assists one to make an investment in the stock market through research-driven smart portfolio. And it makes investing in stock market simple and robo-driven, without the need for one's constant attention. And robo-investing, for everybody's information here, it is nothing but the process where an investor can get benefit from the strategies prepared by experienced professionals, along with speed and accuracy of software to execute the trades, both intraday and short-term deliveries, based on which absolutely ensures zero manual effort. Because I remember having started to trade, by the time I put a sell order, I could realize that it's already, whatever price I was aiming at to hit at, that I've already missed that. So with this kind of robo investing platform, I'm sure with the kind of speed and accuracy that the software has, the investors can be ascertained and can be ensured of a very good returns. And now, having said a bit information about Trader, now I would like to introduce the partners from Trader here. And first, I would like to present a brief profile of Dr. Ricky Jacob. And Dr. Ricky Jacob is a PhD in computer science from Maynooth University, Ireland. And he has worked previously as team lead at Google Maps data team, and also has been a partner in the fintech platform, founder of fintech platforms like Paysac and Cred. And on behalf of all of us here, Dr. Jacob, I extend a very warm welcome to you. And also, before handing over the session to both of you, I would like to just introduce Mr. Bibi Abraham Thomas. Mr. Bibi Abraham Thomas is an MBA in finance from University of Mysore. And Mr. Thomas has over 20 years of experience in stock market, with about 8 to 10 years experience in the hub of Dalal Street, that's in Bombay, now Mumbai. And he is an experienced, he has a profuse experience in performing fundamental and technical analysis, and also provides regular and periodic advices to the clients and guides them to make timely call and buy and sell calls. Sorry. During his student days, he has been an outstanding student, having represented the university and the state in cricket, and also was the captain of Mysore University cricket team and was selected in combined Mofussil team. And with this brief introduction, because there's many more things that I wish to tell about the two co-founders of Trader here, but then, with this, I request the team Trader to kindly speak a few words about the competition and give some information about how the competition would be handled and about the collaboration as well. Thank you very much, and over to you.
Thank you, Professor Shailaja, for the nice, lovely introduction. Before I start about the competition, I would like to thank Dayanand Sagar University for giving us this opportunity and to partner with the DSU and Vriddhi Fintech to explore and experience and share our experience with the students across India. And I would like to thank Captain Nagaraj Rao for taking this initiative and bringing this onto the table and making this such a wonderful and successful event. I would like to thank Professor Shailaja for putting in phenomenal efforts to reach out to so many students and colleges and universities pan-India. And I'm happy to see about 67 plus cities and about 90 plus universities pan-India. I mean, it's a small achievement, but I would say it's a good start. all the students will get to experience what is portfolio management all about, and what are the nuances of stock market investments. And at least a good start is always a good thing. See, we're not professionals or we're not experts when we start off, but I would think along the way, in the next 20-25 days, we would be sharing a lot of experience with one or two industry experts, and we will definitely have a few sessions with one or two members from the trader team to share a lot of experience and basic investment principles, so that the students will get to benefit a lot of this. So as you all know, SEBI, BSE and NSE as stock exchanges, they have these educational initiatives for financial literacy. So we call it the investor awareness programs, where we from the member broker community, we talk to a lot of investors and make them aware of all the financial markets and how the markets perform and how the operations work and what are the compliances and stuff like that. We also explain about what are the good things to invest in and what are the basic principles of investment and stuff like that. So a part of the financial initiative, we thought we'll bring this to the table to students across India. And what the students are getting out of the event is they will get to experience when to buy a stock, what price to buy a share, what price to sell a share, and how to build a portfolio over a period of, let's say, 15-20 days. And the students need not be in a hurry. There's enough time. They can pick and choose the portfolio. And we're not encouraging trading here. We are talking about investments. That means you buy a stock, you just log in to the system, put in your email ID and mobile number. Okay, just log into the trading terminal, and then you get to see the live rates of BSE, the top 60-70 companies, and just spend 5 minutes or 10 minutes, analyze the stocks, buy and leave it. Wait for 3-4 days and just have a look at the portfolio. If it has gone up, why don't you book profits and come out? So this sort of investment strategies will definitely work out. And see, the moment we hear about portfolio management and words like that, it looks and it sounds very complicated, but it isn't. All the complicated things are actually very, very simple. If we keep the basic, simple investment policies in place and principles in place and be disciplined, I'm sure we can make a profitable portfolio. Okay. So one thing I would like to bring to the students' notice is we are here to promote investments and not trading, and hence the winner will be based on 2-3 criteria. One is, of course, the maximum profits, but second thing is the least turnover. That is, the person has bought the lowest with the lowest amount. We call it the turnover, that is buying and selling of shares as a cumulative amount. The lowest turnover with the highest maximum percentage in profits will be declared the winner. So we are not encouraging anybody to trade here. You just invest in a portfolio, wait for a few days. And I would request one thing to the students here is at least go for a portfolio diversification. That is, take at least 2 sectors each, 2 different top companies from each sector, and segregate the portfolio and have a mix of at least 10 to 12 different stocks in your portfolio. So that will definitely help you out when the winner is declared. Okay. And see, many of us are not aware that we are directly or indirectly connected to the stock exchange or stock markets in some way, because from the time we get up at 6:30 in the morning to 11 p.m., I call it the 6 a.m. to 11 p.m. theory, where we use a lot of products in our daily life. But again, we say we don't know anything about the stock market. I mean, that's not acceptable, because we are using some sort of a product which is directly connected. The share price will be connected to the stock market. So I would like to just take a few names like, Colgate toothpaste, or ITC Atta, or a Raymond shirt and trousers. We all drive a car or a bike, and then we fill petrol. So these are all brands which we use on a daily basis. But again, we say we don't know anything about stock market. So I've used some names like Maruti or Bajaj Auto or Colgate or ITC or Taj Hotels, right? Indian Oil, Bharat Petroleum. These are all products which we use on a daily basis. And these products are good enough to make a good portfolio. So what are we worried about? It's a very simple, basic strategy. Just use your common sense, have basic principles in place, have a bit of focus, and here you go. You're all ready to be a good portfolio manager. So what Trader FinTech brings onto the table for students is we are offering internships across cities in India, okay, where the students will get to experience live portfolio management and basic investment techniques practically before they get onto the corporate world. And before anybody gets to start working, they would need certain skill sets. So when we say financial markets, there are a lot of skills which are required, which maybe the students are not aware of. I'll just name out a few important points which they can ponder about. One is they can venture into fundamental analysis. Okay, this is one part of the stock market operations. Second thing is you can be an expert or a beginner in technical analysis. You can venture into that area. You can venture into portfolio management. You can be a compliance officer. You can head the back office operations, right? You can be a dealer or an accounts manager. And there are various banking operations. There's also a customer relationship, manager. So there are about 9 to 10 different profiles a student can focus on, and then be a master in one. You can learn all the basics of all the 9, 10 categories and skill sets, but try to focus on one and be an expert in that. So that is one thing what I wanted to touch upon. Ricky, you would like to add some points?
Yeah, thanks, Vivi. I think Vivi has covered most of the points that we wanted to convey to our students. Me having some sort of research background and having built fintech products, I think with Trader, what we have done is bring together both of these concepts at a very high level and provide, like Shajabam said, a complete automated investing platform. But like all things in life, I think unfortunately, back in my college days, we didn't have the opportunity to learn things like investing through stock markets in a hands-on approach. Gaming or gamification, there's a huge theory around it, how that has helped people learn, and it can help encourage people to learn topics rather than reading from books and notes. So I think we wanted to bring the whole concept of gamification, enabling students to learn how to invest rather than trade, to build out a portfolio and generate profits. It's a risk-free approach, so it helps you to kind of learn without having to burn your fingers, even if things go wrong, right? Like everything in life, you only learn by making big or small mistakes, and that's what we are trying to intend to do here. So, I mean, I encourage all students to, participate and post this competition. Our intent is to bring, this kind of financial literacy through these students, through our internship programs, to even tier 2, tier 3 cities and towns where, this reach of, financial education or literacy is still probably lacking. We are working towards, creating content or multilingual content, enabling people in other cities who are not probably comfortable with English to learn and educate themselves on topics and how to work around with the stock market. So I think this, Dalal Street Champion, we hope to bring together a combination of, research, technology, and enabling students to kind of invest in the stock markets early on and learn from it. And hopefully post this, decide to themselves participate in the stock market if they're not already. We do hear a lot of students who have some experience. So that's great to hear and see, right? And I hope, and thanks to the support of, Dalal University and with the FinTech Club to kind of help promote this. And in the short period of time, we were able to get, students from across the country, places like Sikkim, etc., which we wouldn't have otherwise imagined. So we're very excited to see how this competition pans out. And hopefully we can make this a regular annual event. If, with all these learnings, we can actually try to launch this as an annual event and, make it better and bigger as years go by. So thanks again. Yeah, I will give up to the MC to take it over.
Thank you so much, both of you, and for explaining us how it works and what are we focusing on. And we are more excited than you to be a part of it, of course. So moving forward, I would like to introduce our chief guest, Professor Mr. T.G. Senthavelan. So, Additional General Manager in Bombay Stock Exchange, he is a qualified marketing manager, management professional from Tamil Nadu Agricultural University, Coimbatore, with basic degree of BSc in Agriculture. Sir is having more than 24 years of experience in commodity input and output market, presently stationed at Chennai as Additional General Manager, South Region with BSc. During his early tenure, he was with various young companies manager, South Region with BSc. I'm extremely sorry. During his early tenure, he was with various companies like MCX, EID Parry, Coromandel Fertilizer, and Monsanto, assuming various positions handling state to south. He initiated a lot of promotion techniques for the rural farming community. Sir has also done ISO certification program and qualified lead auditor. Sir had made official visits to various countries like Singapore, Dubai, and Indonesia. Sir has been an active sportsman and an athlete in school and college years. He has also done a lot of stage shows, and as a dramatist, he's an active member of many associations in Chennai. So over to you, sir. We would like you to speak a few words.
Good morning, everyone. First of all, I would like to thank the Sagar University and Captain Nagaraj and Dr. Shailaja and the trade team as such, giving me an opportunity to address such a big gathering. Close to 300 students are there. I'm so happy to be feeling enthralled to address this gathering, first of all. And one more thing, before I start, there are many universities which I used to go and present about the commodities and equities market, but not all the universities are having the trade lab practice. Basically, every university used to teach theoretical knowledge about the stock markets and all. There are only few universities and colleges only take this initiative to make the students to really learn practically about the stock market, get into the stock market, trade on your own, whether it is simulated market or it is a right real-time market. Not all the universities does that way. So being one of the university, Dan Sagar University, if it is doing real-time trading experience, if you're able to give it to the students, nothing like that, that's a great job, which is needed hour. So I like to really thank on behalf of the entire exchange or booking industry. That's a good initiative, sir. Captain Nagaraj, I'd really like to thank you for that. And coming back to our stock market, basically, if you say the stock markets are the function of society, a market indicator, estimator of future earnings, and the most importantly, the avenue of wealth creation, which everybody knows. But do we really track the market cap numbers? We talk about 5 trillion economy, and last week we crossed 33 trillion market cap by the Sensex cross already. So when someone says the markets in India, it is synonymous to Sensex, which actually our index. Every time major policy decision is announced, the movement of the Sensex is the measure of the market feedback. That is how the Sensex behaves in the last over of decades. Over the years, Sensex has become a cornerstone of everyone's tongue, from investors, trader, and an observer, and even average person not tracking these markets. If you take the Sensex as an investment, this has given a greater return than the other assets. Like, if, for example, you take inflation, it is only 6.5%. Gold, it is around 8.48%, and silver 6.9%. FDs are 8.62%, and even public provident fund gives you 9.4%. Still, last you can take it from 1991 to till date. Whereas Sensex has given the return of 14.73%. So basically, the stock market is really giving you good returns. And in fact, when compared to the international markets, in the recent past history, from January to this date, India, we have given some 52% returns in Sensex as such. If you take USA, it is only 30%. If you take China, Shanghai Stock Exchange, it is only 10%, that particular index given the returns. So comparing to the world, Indian markets are really growing faster, and it's giving you the better returns. So as a students, and when you are in a growing economy, what am I going to get out of this economy? Okay, so where I'm going to be part of it, and how I am going to make money out of this growing economy, that one should take care of this. So that way, the India is the fastest growing economy. The indicator shows that it is in the right path. being a student, how am I going to encourage this opportunity? Then going back to the memory lane, Captain said, the exchange started 140 years before under banyan tree. And then there were a lot of regulators coming in, like SEBI has come and FMC market, Forward Market Commission were there. And it was under the law of Securities Contract Regulation Act, and all started from 1952. They started following all these things. How the industry has grown? It was actually the outcry system when people used to buy shares in the papers and they shout buying rate, selling rate, and all. It started like this. And then after the invention of the internet connections and all, then it started and the desktop trading. It is the EXE model. You have to go to a broker office and sit there and then trade. Then later on it has come in the web version where you can go to the web site and there you can buy, sell. Now it is the mobile version. That way the technology is developed a lot. And today on your fingertips, any trader or investor can do the investments in this. And the lot of regulation has come where the investors are all really protected well. There are a lot of rules, and no broker or no member can take away anybody's money. And so that way the regulations also become more tight and the borders are more closed, and the investors are highly protected in Indian environment. So this is how the growth story has come, and the regulator is very strong. And the inventions in terms of products. Today we are talking about securities. It is not only the securities, there are other asset classes. For example, you take currency, another important asset class which is getting traded worldwide, and the largest asset class that is also there in the for a student to trade or experience, and commodities. And you have fixed income group, for example, government securities, bonds market. So there are several asset classes that are there. One, as a student, you should see all the asset classes and evaluate and try to perform in all the asset classes. So a lot of new asset classes also coming in. For example, real estate investment trust has come. So you see there are a lot of asset classes are coming, and with ample of opportunities for anyone to invest in this market. So you decide which kind of return you want, which kind of risk you wanted to take. Accordingly, you can choose the investment pattern and try use these different asset classes. One can take a choice of it. And secondly, what the stock market or this particular industry offers to a student. And today, if you take, there are 7 exchanges are there, which are really live and giving different asset classes for trading, and close to 2,000 members, like our federal capital, there are close to 2,000 members are there. And every member will have close to, say, assumingly, if you're going to be a retail member, you'll be having 100 branches. A branch will have a branch manager and a dealer and all. So you'll have areas like, clearing, settlement, you'll have risk management, you'll have dealing desk, you'll have banking operation desk, you'll have back office desk, you'll have DP operation desk. So means in any booking office, there will be senior management alone would be of 10 to 20 people has to be there. 20 employees should be there. And middle management level, close to 200 should be there. And even junior management level, it will be 700, 800 members are there. Employees are there. So this particular industry throws a lot of employment opportunity to the students. Where it is actually lacking, the lacuna is that everywhere you will be seeing there are skill set would be there, the knowledge set would be there, but in this particular industry, though the universities are teaching theoretically, there is no practical skill set being imparted to the students. Suppose this Dalal University, this way, if you are going to really impose, if you're really going to impart the practical training of one investing, trading, and clearing, and he's saying this mark to mark, he's able to manage the money, and actually it is going to give them the real job opportunities. If you are not going to be a great investor, if you are not going to be a great trader, at least you get an opportunity to become a good employee, because there are a lot of knowledge gap exists in this industry. If you take the other industries, there are a lot of employees, there are enough potentials available, enough students are also available, the gap is not that great. But here the employment opportunities are really high, but the potential students are not there to bridge the gap. So that way, whatever the actions you are doing, the trader doing is going to become the greater job opportunities. But that way, I wanted to thank trader also for giving this kind of training to the students. And thirdly, when you come to the students, as we say, investments, the trader is going to evaluate the students who are going to participate in this based on their investment techniques. When I say investment is something like a daughter. You should really protect it properly, and you should you save them properly. That is more important. And when you do that, it is a serious business. and you should spend more time on this. And market throws opportunities every day, and you should not be having a rush on doing it. And you should do a real homework, and you should be knowing the fundamental analysis, which anyway the university would already taught you, and you should be knowing technical analysis. No, mix of all will give you a proper, bring a proper portfolio, which is going to give you a high return. So use the discipline model, which the trader would be teaching you while going, or the university would be doing the same. So as an investor, today there are many people are making money. You go to YouTube, you go to Twitter, you'll see a lot of messages floating around. I started the trading by 14 years. I should have started by 12 years, and then people started coming like this. In the span of 2 years, I made 2 crores, 1 crore. All those things are happening. So that is basically for the trading community. We would, rather me or the university or the trader, we always advise the students or any household guy to come here as an investor. You come, invest your money and make it grow better. That is what we actually teach. And later on, when we teach you to become an investor, you will come and invest sometime. Suddenly you will become an intraday trader. Then you go to future options. You will make money also. You will lose money also. But it depends upon your skill set what you are going to develop from here. That way, the trader is going to give you a greater opportunity to learn the nuances of the market. And you, being the students, understand the fundamental technical discipline, as I told you, which all will be taught during the course of your competition time. So learn well, and there are enough job opportunities and enough ways to make money in this market. So learn everything, and with this, I wish all the students a happy, great learning trading session. And I thank the trader team for organizing such a program and creating such a training, whatever you call competition cycle. And the university also I really like to thank, and thanks on the all. Wish you very happy trading students. Thanks a lot.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much for your warm words and also making us understand how it works and everything, and the nuances of the market, of course. So now moving forward to, yes, ma'am. Now moving forward, I would like to introduce Nisha ma'am, and for the vote of thanks as assistant professor, SCMS PG, Dayanand Sagar University, for the vote. Over to you, ma'am.
You're on mute.
Thank you, Rakhi. So when everybody is talking about the stock market and all investments, so here I would like to start with a very famous quote of Warren Buffett, that is, be fearful when others are greedy and greedy when others are fearful. And actually this quote has inspired me also for my investment in the stock market always. So a lovely and warm morning to our honorable chief guest, Mr. T.G. Senthivalan, Sir, Additional General Manager from Bombay Stock Exchange, our respected Professor Captain Nagaraj Subbarao, Sir, Dean SCMS DSU, our co-partner Dr. Ricky Jacob and Mr. B.B. Abraham Thomas from Trader, our valuable guests, faculty colleagues, dear students, and all the participants. It's my privilege to offer a vote of thanks here on this occasion. And on behalf of SCMS DSU, I would like to thank our chief guest who gave their vital time from their busy schedule, and he has graced this occasion. On behalf of the team Vriddhi, I would like to extend our thanks to Dean Sir for always encouraging us and supporting us to organize such kind of events. I would also like to thank our speakers and co-partners, Dr. Jacob and the Mr. B.B. Abraham Thomas, for adorning their necessary work and sharing their graceful words with us in today's session. And I would like to thank all the guests, all our faculty colleagues, organizing team, especially Shalja ma'am, our volunteers, all the participants, our students, everybody who without their efforts, this meeting was not possible. We could make it possible. And I would like to thank each and everyone who directly and indirectly supported us to make this event successful. Thank you so much.
So now, barging in a little bit, I request our Dean Sir to kindly declare the competition, Dalal Street Champion, open.
Thank you, Dr. Shailaja. And I do hereby declare this competition open, and may the best man or woman win. And I wish you all the best. And I hope that this event propels us to create and craft more people who invest in the stock market, who are exposed to the stock market. And I will be particularly enthused if I see more of our girl students participating actively in this competition, because fundamentally, I always believe that a home revolves around the woman. So if you are exposed to the stock market, then your families are going to be influenced, and so on and so forth. I would also like to invite all of you to come to Dayanand Sagar University and share time and space with us. And particularly Dr. Jacob, Mr. Thomas, and Mr. Senthilwaran, please do come and spend time with us on campus. And it will be a pleasure to meet you. Thank you very much indeed.
Yeah. And before we sign off for the day, and students, of course, will get busy with all your investing sessions. And I would like to extend my deep-hearted thanks to Sahyadri College of Engineering and Technology and Vishal Samartha ma'am, Dean, there at the School of Commerce and School of Management Studies. And I would like to thank Monisha for supporting us. And also, I would also, because there are few institutions which have taken keen interest, like institutions like Sahyadri College of Engineering, PS College of Mandya, Reva University, Presidency University, Christ University, Jain, and then there are a few colleges who have taken this, made this particular event as a compulsory event. Okay, so therefore, I thank them very much on behalf of School of Commerce and Management Studies in Dayanand Sagar University for supporting us in this event, in this endeavor. I'm so thankful. And we hereby request all the students who are present here and all those directors, HODs, and teachers who supported us directly, indirectly, by sharing, because reaching out to 97 or 100 institutes across the country isn't a small job. And for us to be able to reach out to all these people, I'm sure there is so much of information because we have sent the messages to the teachers and not to the students directly. So only after the teachers have shared these messages in the groups, the students were able to pick it up from there. So I take this opportunity to thank each and every faculty who has shared the messages and spread the word. And I also wish to thank all the students who have shared the word again, because it's not every day that we get to have about close to 560 participants. And again, we have received messages today morning by saying, can we still register for the event? But I'm sorry, we have closed the registrations. Because it's all about investment. You should have invested your time earlier and registered at the right time, rather than there's no point in taking the ticket after the bus has left the platform. So time is everything, right? And therefore, having said that, I, on behalf of everybody here, on behalf of my students, Raki and Rashmi, you guys did a great job, and even Priyanka, of course. And on behalf, and I wish to thank my Dean, Dr. Captain Professor Nagaraj Subbarao, sir, for supporting us, because you never doubted even for a second, sir, when I came out with this particular proposal. You didn't take a second to say, go ahead. So thank you very much. That kind of support and trust, I'm sure with that kind of support, trust, and motivation, we can reach out, as Bibi was saying, we can make it as an annual event. And I guess we can go international as well. Why local? We are talking about global, right? So we have regional is done, local is over, regional is over, national level is done. Next, we are going global. So having said that, I wish all the participants here wonderful learning, have fun. Don't be greedy, as my colleague Nisha ma'am said, don't be greedy, be fearful of the market. We need to be fearful, okay? But at that same time, when others are fearful, be greedy, right? But we should be knowing when should be greedy and when we should be fearful. And so having said that, we do not, again, I would want to repeat what Bibi also and Senthilwaran sir also have mentioned. We are not here to promote trading. We are here only to promote investment. Correct? We are here promoting the investment activity and definitely not trading, because trading can be only done by those people who have ample experience and who know the inside and outside of the market. And you guys are not traders. You are beginners, and you be investors first, then think of becoming traders. So having said that, sir has already declared the event open, so don't be in a rush. Do your homework, do your little research properly, and all the best to you. And we are excited to know who exactly will be the winner. And further details, as Raki was already told, there will be weekly sessions which will be conducted, about which you will be getting periodic mails. Probably you can expect a mail from us tomorrow, because we are having a session on Friday from 6:30 to 7:30. All the registered participants will get a mail from us with reference to the further engagement activities that we are going to have with you guys. Having said that, I thank you very much. All the best, and may the best investor become a Dalal Street champion. Signing off. Thank you very much.